everyone, and welcome to Another Bite, where we rewatch the most innovative and intriguing pitches from Shark Tank. I'm Jorie, and I'm joined by Ariel.
Hey, everyone.
And Jon.
How's it going?
For today's episode, I start with a question. Why can you trust a chiropractor? Because they always have your back. Why can't you trust certain massage therapists? Because, I don't know, maybe they're trying to literally break your back. But before we get into the veracity of certain massage techniques, first, an ad. You know it, we know it. Next year is creeping up quick. If you want to win inside your niche in 2024, you need tech that puts you in the pilot seat. The new HubSpot Sales Hub will help you close out the year strong and kickstart your success in 2024. Teams can collaborate on every inch of the customer journey and keep operations running smoothly with comprehensive prospecting workspace and powerful sales analytics tools that keep data connected across teams. And with over 1,400 integrations, there's a ton of ways to mix in new features. So finish out Q4 strong and gear up for the new year with HubSpot Sales Hub. Learn more at hubspot.com/sales. Today in the tank, we have Body Walking Institute. And this is one where I'll let you think about what that branding means as I explain what this product is. So Body Walking Institute comes to us from Todd Miller, who is a licensed massage therapist. And Todd is asking for $100,000 for 10% in his business, which is a $1 million valuation. Now, Body Walking Institute is actually quite literal. It is a body walking massage therapy technique as much as it is a product. So essentially, we see the founder showcase what this is meant to look like. And it's sort of like this physical therapy contraption where a person will lay down on a pillow and then using balance bars, the masseuse is meant to literally walk on their back to help get out excess air and kind of, do the massage. But what's interesting about this product is Todd is trying to get this business up and going in terms of a credentialing service. So he means to certify people to be able to go do this professionally. But at the same time, it also seemed like he was kind of trying to sell the contraption, or maybe that was just going to be part of the certification that these masseuses would buy later. But it is as much of a technique that he's trying to be sort of like the sole proprietor of, as it is almost like a franchising of this type of massage.
If I was a shark, my body would walk right on out the door and never look back at the sky. I mean, come on. This is a classic mispitch. Mispitch alert, everybody. The pitch was missed. He started out, and here was his pitch. He was like, hey, have you heard of walking massage? It's where instead of hands, you use feet to massage somebody. Mm-hmm. I want to train lots of people how to do it. And I've been at this a long time, so you should trust me. I've trained 30 people in 7 years.
30 whole people.
Give me $100,000 for 10% of this business, and I will train 30 more people in 7 years. That's basically what his pitch was. Yeah. And I was like, no, my man, you gotta hype this, you gotta twist it, you gotta spin it. He's gotta basically go in and say like, hey, walking massage is loved around the world, but not in America. But yet, the massage industry in America is a $20 billion market. I think from looking at markets around the globe that we could easily capture 10% of that market with walking massage, and there will be incredible demand for masseuses. And we are going to be the institute to facilitate it all. Give me $100,000 for 25% of the company, because I know I have no traction yet, and together we'll transform the massage industry. Like that to me is how you got to go and pitch that product.
I love Jon's pitches.
Yeah, I like the repitching by Jon. It's so much better than the original.
I gotta get like a record scratch. Repitch.
Yeah.
$100,000 for 25%. Yes.
When you say that, I just imagine Beastie Boy. Like, I just don't.
Which, speaking of, during this pitch of Body Walking Institute, all I could think of was the song Body Movin', which is the Beastie Boys song. So
yes, it is interesting though. So I've got actually some insider knowledge recently, and What's interesting about sometimes when we critique the pitch is it's important to keep in mind that the entrepreneurs work with producers to craft their pitch. So while Shark Response is completely unscripted, right? Like that is totally live. I do wonder sometimes if it is just like a product of the producers wanting like a little bit more drama
rather than some drama.
Yeah. So maybe the producers purposely let the entrepreneur take the fall for this one. Because you were right, Jon. It was just like a really weak pitch where it's like he basically walked on Barbara's back and was like, see, it's great. And I have 30 other people doing this, and therefore you should invest. And it's like, where's the substance?
Where's the plan?
Like,
what are we doing here? Where are you going to spend my money?
Yeah. What is this?
Yeah.
You need to have a story when you can't really have anything that's like defensible, right? Like anyone can come out and say like, I'm going to introduce this new movement. So what he's trying to do essentially is he's just trying to take a concept and a different method of massage that's very popular overseas and bring it into America. So I think it kind of ties into, Jon, what you were saying with the pitch of we need that story there. And we've seen this before with like products from Europe coming over to the US. What is the localization plan?
Yeah. How do you build a trend off something, basically?
Yes.
How do you go into a market that's stale and become the new hottest trend within it?
But here's the problem. While they are certified masseuses, it seems like there's no real oversight medically on what's happening. And while this is a technique that people may be using internationally, you can also fracture your spine this way. Right. Like,
it's
so
a
there's
walking liability.
It literally is a walking liability. So what I was like really concerned about is he was like, you should trust me because I'm a masseuse, which like, okay, you have a credential, you have some sort of certification, but then there's no other reason that we should trust you as the one sole authority to be training other people. It's like, what makes you the authority on training people on that? And can people actually trust the people that you're training not to hurt them in a very important, sensitive location? It's not that I was looking for some kind of partnership with the American, I don't know, spinal organization, but kind of. If you're going to create a new technique, you need to make sure you're doing it right.
Agreed.
Okay, so we've got two issues here, and it has nothing necessarily to do with the entrepreneurs. One, weak pitch, but that could be his fault. That could not be his fault. Another was Mark didn't like him so much, and it was because he happened to be a triathlon athlete. And so because triathlons take a lot of training, Mark used this as fodder to like basically say, you're not committed to this business, and I need entrepreneurs that are all in. And I was very curious on your reaction to that, just because that seemed like a really weak reason for Mark to go out with no additional context into this man's life. I think he just wasn't interested in this product and was like flailing for excuses.
Yeah.
On top of that, Kevin brings up that there's nothing proprietary about this business. And I was curious what you thought about if this founder wanted to make this business defensible, knowing what his product is, which is essentially certification courses. How would you go about making this service defensible? Like if you were in charge of making it so.
Sell it as like a lifestyle. And instead of just having the one technique for walking on the back, like show different types of techniques, you know, make it more robust than just this is the one offering that we have. Blast that on social media of like, this is part of a movement, like a holistic medicine wellness.
Okay.
Like, do you think that that probably would have been the better angle for him to lean into instead of just being like, I'm a professional, trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to build brand and a momentum. You have to establish this is like the new fad for how to relax and how to get massage and how to stay at your peak physical fitness, which means you probably have to find some influencers and you probably have to pay them a lot of money to claim online that they are super into your walking massage. And the truth is, what it'll do is it'll create a category, and his company won't be the only beneficiary of that. Lots of people will begin to offer massage with feet.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter, because if he has a big enough head start and a big enough brand around it, they'll capture the overall share of the market, the biggest piece of the pie.
That makes sense. Ultimately, though, we already had 3 sharks out, but then Rob was like, you know, I don't see your 30 people in 7 years as a proof of concept. And then Kevin was like, honestly, I'm just not buying that this is ever going to truly make money. So unfortunately for this founder, there was no deal made. Womp womp.
Mispitch, no deal.
So this was a 2012 episode. Do you think that the business is still around?
No, I can't see how. Everyone thought the world was ending in 2012. Like, I just don't see them being like, yeah, let's step on each other's backs.
Oh, what a time to be alive. That's true. Well, while the Mayan calendar did run out in 2012, this business did not. So after airing on The Tank, Todd appeared on the show The Doctors to showcase the wonders of body walking. And since airing on The Tank, the Institute has certified not 1, not 2, but 3 more massage therapists.
33!
I know. Look at those growth potentials. So they actually still do have a location named Todd Miller's Spa and Wellness.
Okay.
You can still experience this service inside a hotel in Arizona, and you can figure out and feel what Todd was really talking about in this massage. I will not be doing that because I value my spine.
Wow. I'm surprised.
I would do it.
Yeah.
I have had a friend walk on my back, and it gave me the one-time proof I needed to never have that happen again.
You chose the wrong friend, Jorie.
Yeah. You know, it's not for everyone. Today's episode was written and produced by the mythical Matthew Brown. Additional support comes from Melanie Romero and editing from Robert Hartwig. If you're a fan of the show, even if you're not a fan of the show, tell a friend. Word of mouth is the best way to support the show. That does it for me. We'll see you next episode here in The Tank for another bite.